Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Super Auto Pets. It's a cool weekly this week. It's wide open. You could run anything. You could even run iguana beaver. You could run maybe like a little lizard sandwich with some beaver bread. Yeah, I'm gonna say round one doesn't have to define our whole run. Let's be a smug baguette. How does that sound? Although backwards feet, I mean, those are just teeth, I think. Teeth? We're working on it. We're trying. We're workshopping new jokes. We're drawing round one. And we're raising my chair up slightly so that I'm more centered in the frame. And then we're lowering it so that I feel like I'm in a perfect spot here. Okay, 3 beavers, 2 iguanas. Take a cookie. Who said you could eat my cookie, put that cookie down, etc., etc.? We know these words better than we know our own grandmothers. I love this. Can I tell you? I feel like well, maybe I lose. But if I didn't lose, I was crushing it with how our iguanas were doing there. Frilled Dragon early is really strong. We make up for it later. Now, an early croissant can do some stuff for us as well. An early starfish, how interesting and delightful. We're going to mix it up. Buy me, sell me. Now we probably want to combine you, and I'm okay with that. Roll me. The thing is, the most sellable units in the game, the sell triggers are weighted towards the start. So if we're going to commit to this team, even short term, we need to do it right now, like immediately. We are going to lose, and that's okay. The starfish can pop, it just needs to pop right now. You need to pretty much go, like, don't even worry about this stork, unless it didn't get the buff, okay? Don't worry about the stork. We're gonna buff the beaver just because it exists. But then, as crazy as it sounds, we're then gonna sell our other beaver. I know it's a little unusual. No buy sellables here. You can run a croissant if you have to. I do not mind running a 4 squad. We're not gonna sell you yet. We're gonna leave you on the team, sell you next time. Forget the croissant. I still think this can get us there. I know we're on 0 wins. We're waiting, like, if we can get a level, and then on a level up, whoops, didn't mean to stop that. If we could get a buffalo, then we're really off to the races. Right now, not so off to the races. I think you gotta go. I think you gotta go. You're a sell trigger. I think you're good enough to stick around for a second, and then we'll talk. We want to see a starfish. I can't sell the beaver. Please give me a buffalo. That's not a buffalo, but that's okay because now we know. Okay. I don't think we need a level 2 ox. We want something that gets sold. I don't care for a level 2 ox. A level 2 starfish with a sellable kicker. Maybe. I mean, we're really putting the idea to the test that, like, any run can work. For the record, I don't believe that. And we're going to draw this one, though. But I do believe that, like, everything on paper seems to make sense for this run being able to pop. As stupid as it looks right now. And, I mean, you run that. Forget the iguana. Like, the iguana's gone. In fact, get rid of the iguana ASAP, actually. Put you at the back. I think I'd much rather just have an anteater so we're not like we're not buffing a unit that we know we don't want to have the buffs long term. I don't really want the ox to have buffs long term either. That's horrible. That's horrendous news. And yet, we're still in this. Okay. Work on it. We're doing something. You're a buy trigger, not a sell trigger. Sell me, you buff the ox. You know what? Congrats, you buff the ox. Congrats. We don't need another anteater. We're very much looking for sell triggers. You're a sell trigger. Spending 2 gold for a 2/2 buff and whatever else we'd get out of this. What I just did makes no sense, but that's okay. Buy me. I can't believe what I'm doing here. Buy me. Sell me. There's no world in which what I'm doing right now makes sense. But nevertheless, forget this. Buy this. You have a sell trigger associated with you. What are we looking for? I still, at 7 life, like we've had a lot of draws. I really feel like a buffalo, even this late in the game, is enough to get us where we need to go. I think the level 2 Starfish can carry. I can't believe I'm saying it either. I'm getting rid of the Anteater. It has not been buffed yet. Buy me. Sell me. What do you think about getting 2 level 2 Starfish first? If it shows up. Only if it shows up. Now, we don't have any... we don't have the gold we need here, but that's okay. We just need some sell triggers. We're more than 2 away from lethal. So even if this were to go wrong, which, I mean, this does not look like a great team for round 8. You got a pineapple on a deer? Everything is still... I was going to say it's okay, and it was close to being okay. It wasn't okay. But now it might be better than okay. Give me a buffalo. A buffalo? No buffalo, but look at these buy-sell triggers, man. I know we could get a level here, but just buy me, sell me. Buy me, sell me. Buy me, sell me. This seems good, right? Like I'm not losing my mind. I mean, maybe I'm losing it a little bit, but and we just got a lot. Every unit we bought and sold was 2 gold minus the cost of the rerolls, and it gave us 4 stat points. That seems like good stuff to me. At any point, we could also combine them if we need to. Well, this is gone then. I can live with that. Sell me. Now, I do think, like, I don't think the Ox levels matter. I think just getting it to, like, 50-50 would be ideal. I don't even know if we buy chocolate. Like, that's how twisted up this game is right now. Same with the beaver. We have no reason to level a beaver. I guess I would keep chocolate frozen because it's just an amazing shop item. At any point, we could get a level 3 starfish if we so desired. No buyable sellable. Wait, there is a buyable sellable. Buyable? Sellable. No buyable sellables, but a monkey is just good enough to take if you have to. You're buyable sellable, man. Buy me, freeze me. And now we could actually, if we wanted to pivot off of this insane team, which I actually think is doing some great work, believe it or not. I feel compelled to say it's insane to fit in with the crowd or whatever. We're going to draw at best. No, we're going to win. Look at this team, man. We could put a level 2 monkey on and combine our starfish. But we don't need to. Like, because you know why we don't need to? Is because it's working. Crazy as it seems. I mean, I don't think you buy the chocolate. I think all of our gold, and I'm really going out on a limb here. This is like maverick science. You're too late. You're too late. I'm sorry. You had your chance. You had ample opportunities. This is really a situation where I'm going all in on the idea that the buy-sell is going to get us there. It's really hard for me to not just buy a dragon. Pardon me. And then combine you two next turn. And then we buy anything that's a tier 1 or has a buy-sell mechanic. We still have a long way to go when you consider like how early on in the run we are. We probably lose this one. We probably win this one. Now I'm no longer thinking this team is bad. I'm thinking I'm bad because I didn't recognize how good it was. Combine me? Anyway, I don't care about the unit. It's irrelevant. Three. And every tier 1 is basically 2 gold, 4. Which is fine. But this will also buff the dragon, which is kind of a uniquely good thing for us. Like, it'll buff the dragon in the shop. We want sellables and we want tier 1s. Holy cow. Do you see what I see? One of these sons of a gun is a tier 1 sellable. We're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. I'll send you a postcard. I can't believe it. You can't stop me. Not with that, anyway. Are you kidding me? Flamingo bear? I don't think so. Now, I'd love to see a level 2 dragon, but Gotta do what you gotta. Can you believe this? Can you believe this? Ready? Sell me? I don't even know what I want you to buff. Believe it or not, I think I want you to buff the Starfish because you don't buff yourself. So we might as well give you a chance. Now we're looking for cell triggers. And we're looking for level 1s. I would still sell you. And I would freeze the chocolate for next round. And I would just buy a donkey and have it be part of the squad. I think if you... A donkey may not be good. I may overrate its goodness. But I do think for 3 gold it's very efficient at the very least. Okay, that... Admittedly, your donkey was a great play here. It did good things for you. On the other hand, who cares? No! What? It's an insane team? Wait a minute. You lose? I win? I said good day, sir? Okay. Sell me. Buy me. Buy me. Sell me. Any sellables in the chat? Any tier 1s or sellables in the chat? It couldn't last forever. You knew that. Okay, give everybody 2-2. Freeze me just in case. I mean, we're only on round 14. We still have a very long way to go. I was literally just about to say we're going to start playing some truly nightmarish teams. You got me. You got me by so little, though. I don't even want to give you the time of day. So we're on lethal, but I got hope. This is a sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. Tier 1 with the sellable buyable. You'd love to see it. No sellability, no buyability. I would still take Donkey over just a random dragon to take us to 2.33 repeating, of course. I'm telling you, I think it's the way. The Donkey can give us a disproportionate benefit. That's unfortunate. That's... Okay, well, you know, sometimes that's going to happen. We still win. Still had a level 2 dragon bringing up the rear. Sell me. I'm keeping this frozen until I see the level 3 dragon in front of us, basically. Skunk could also be valuable, but I think it's clear we're trying a different tact. This is the buyable sellable. This is the buyable sellable. I don't know if we even have enough gold to... No, we definitely do not have enough gold to do this next time. Don't. I'm alive. We're chilling. Don't crit me. Don't crit me. Or do. Doesn't matter. Big whoop. I can't believe it. That takes us to 9. I still don't think we're getting the level 3 dragon. But you can sell me. We're on lethal. We have to commit to the bit. I don't think you even buy the chocolate. Forget badges. We already got the badge for a level 3 Starfish. We're just going for like maximum buffs, man. I don't believe it. That's like, it's pretty minor in the whole scheme of things. But this is a tier 1 buyable sellable. You gotta love it. And then, I mean, this is probably it. But now we do have an opportunity to add the dragon. If this does it, like, I'm going to be very impressed. But I'll be impressed with 9 wins, too. That was still fun. We still had a good time. We won, so I had an even better time. Okay, so the moral of the story is that dragons are really good. The second moral of the story is if you get a starfish popping fast enough, you can win with anything. You could even win with a level 2 beaver. Okay, launch me. See, I'm feeling great about this pack. Now, of these units, I'll take a soon-to-be 2-4 with 2 ants backing it up. It's not much, I'll admit. Let me be an edible dumpling. I want to be very specific. I want to be very non-ambiguous. These are edible dumplings. We take these. We must win, right? Like, that cockroach is stacked. Good stuff. We take this because we don't have an identity yet. We take this because at least you're a 2-3. And then, who said you could eat my cookie? Something about this makes sense to me. 3-4 frilled dragon. We don't spawn anything. We don't spawn anything, man. I'm loving life. We can't lose this. It's unlosable. Okay. Early wins, but we need a lot more. Dude, maybe you can invest in a jellyfish this early. It at least gives us like an anchor unit to plan around. You can go like jellyfish, jellyfish, take your free apple. I do need something to level at some point. You guys are non-levelers. Okay, so the jellyfish is a bit of like a wet fart right now. What about this? But we get some pills or another ant. We get, or both, would actually be fine as well. Maybe there's a way that this, I mean, this game, I think I've come to realize, it's all about looking for outs. It's all about positioning yourself well. So if the shops show up right, you've got like 2 directions you can go to. Because a lot of the times they show up wrong. We can't really pill this ant until we see where we go level-wise. But I think you can always be happy with a croissant. Level yourself. Clean your own mirror. It is interesting, the idea of like a leech that kills an ant to give you the buff and save you the cost of a pill. But what if it buffs something you don't want it to buff? You know what? It's just nutty enough to work. Sell a cockroach, place a leech, and roll. Ideally for me, you would get the buff. Thank you. I think this is not that good, but it's kind of funny. We basically lost a unit that we could have had and pilled instead, but... Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Very clutch flamingo. Very clutch flamingus. More than anything else, we just want to see levels, but you already knew that. Which is why we're actually investing in this for some stupid reason. Pill me? No, you know what? You have to go before the pill. No, because you don't have to go, because we'll just suck you. A level? We need this, but we don't really want Emperor Tamarin to buff you, unfortunately. We'll have to figure out what we're going to do about that. And honestly, I think we want a croissant for our leech as well. So if that was stupid the first time, it must be even stupider the second time, and yet we've done it nonetheless. Just because it's new and it's novel, I want to give it a chance to pop. I want to give it a chance to do what it can do. I'm living. Obviously not living through this. You're so lucky and you don't even know it. Left mode. So you're going to buff a crow, which we really don't want. So you should buy the crow early. Croissant. We're looking for things we already have. Or things we want to scale the Emperor Tamarin into. I'll stop you right there. They don't exist here. So one thing we could do is buff the frilled dragon, but we have no interest in this. It doesn't need to exist. However, we can sell the frilled dragon, buy a capybara, because then on roll, we can choose what unit we would like to get buffed by Emperor Tamarin. Right now, the answer is nothing. So I willfully chose to forego the easy jellyfish trigger. We can use the chocolate later for something else. I don't know what else yet, but for right now, I think, what the heck? You got pineapple on it, man. For right now, I don't think this is that, it's not insanely good. Let me start with obvious. I think this is the right play. Whether it's good or bad is more a product of the caliber of shops we've gotten so far. So we could create a super anteater. We could create an insane capybara. You know what? Here's what I think you do. Roll me. Sell me. To buff this capybara. Now you're a 611. Get out here. Sell me. Before I'm probably going to run 4 squatted this time. But roll me first. I just want to see what comes out here. I don't really want a super crow to come out, quite frankly. That seems bad for me. Can I roll one more time? And yes, I can. We can roll. And then if we have to take a super giraffe, so be it. We combine you and take you. See what you get on the level. A shark. Honestly, so what is this shark? It's basically an 8-8. Sure. But all this comes down to is not that I think the shark is better than the giraffe necessarily. I mean, the whole team is in a bit of a weird spot. What this mostly comes down to for me is the idea that I think late game, a shark build with a bunch of spawners is really, really good. So I think if I was a betting individual, I would bet on us losing this round. And you know what's interesting is I would be incorrect. But I think now we've begun our pivot to shark build at 4 wins. So we got a long way to go. However, let me tell you, a leech that could level into a jellyfish is fine. An anteater's good. Obviously, if we could get something out of the capybara, like, because it's not doing anything. Like, we need to get it on a roll, ideally, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Straight up, Buffalo's amazing, but we're a little stuck with the shark right now. So if you'll do me a favor, I'm going to sell our capybara, buy the buff deer, and I don't really know who the leech should steal HP from, but I feel like 1 from the anteater's not that bad, because it'll probably die in 1 hit regardless, so that's, you know... Well, to be honest with you, you could pretty much just straight sell your leech, I think, instead of having to worry about, you know, which unit is the best to get rid of, which I don't think is a very prudent conversation. Why don't you just get rid of the unit that is making you have to make the decision in the first place? By the way, we won, and I'm starting to feel a little bit more confident. That takes us to 5. And we still want levels. I don't know if we really care about the jellyfish now. Like, I don't think we need him to get to level 3. It's just, it strikes me as unlikely. But what I do like is sell me, buy me. I don't know why I did it like that. Buy me, sell me, level me, and then place a stork on the team as well. You know what? What about a shark that's guaranteed to get buffed? That seems to make more sense to me. Now, our jellyfish is not going to scale where I need it to scale to, but I'll tell you what I think is the obvious here. I think that's kind of life. Wow! You used my own deer against me? I should have been the one to fill your dark soul with light? I don't think our shark can get this done, man. It's too much. It is too much. Okay, you know what that goes to show me is that we need a turkey ourselves, and that would be on the list for sure. Cricket, not so necessary, I would say. Not worth getting rid of the jellyfish for, at least. Not interested? Very interested. Okay, that's pretty important. And an orca replacing a storka just seems to make the most sense here. I still think this team has a shot. We may, and you're going to hate me for saying it, you may have to sell, like a jellyfish to fit another spawner. That's what you want to see out of anything. You want to see another deer show up. We win this. It's not even close. It's going to be like a max level shark. Now, we got a long road if we're going to get to 10, but I'm feeling good about my flexibility so far. There's no spawners. Stakes become important. Cucumber, not so much. It really has to be a spawner, a steak, or like chocolate right now. And you're chocolate, but with extra steps. So if the orca levels, which is why I'm going orca chocolate instead of deer on top of deer here. If the orca levels, it'll spit out 2 units that also have faint triggers themselves, which obviously doubles your chance that you get units that spawn other units when they die, which is really what we want to see. I'm okay? Okay, you're spawning units for the enemy. You got 2 sharks? I've never seen this before in my life. Double shark? And it's a level 2? I think mathematically, like, we cannot win without insane ant luck, maybe? That's not insanely bad ant luck, maybe. We were close, honestly. Like, that was good for 6, and I think we pivoted when we needed to pivot. But we learned something about ourselves. And about the game. 3 1-2s is horrible, but if you're gonna lose a run, I'm just gonna tell them I'm a huge noob. Let's see if they believe me, man. Let's see if they believe me. We found like the only team that can lose to triple cockroach, but it'll pop. Maybe. I think this team can be strong later. Okay, 4 of these. That's too much. 5 of these, we've gone too far. Let's roll for some faint triggers. Okay. We're definitely going to lose this round too, and that's also still okay. We don't want 2 level 2 frilled dragons, I think. I think we want 1 level 4. I'm okay with the throw here. Faint triggers. Did I say 1 level 4? I apologize. Give me 1 level 3. A 6-7. And then now you're going to be a 9-10. And a kangaroo behind you actually seems like half decent. And then we really just want to see more feint triggers. I don't know if this is enough, but a 9-10 unit with a kangaroo on like this early in the game is pretty nice. Especially if we can get that kangaroo leveled. I know we're 3 squatted, but sometimes, you know, 3 good units will beat 5 not so good units. So I definitely think we just add you. We're really looking for more feint triggers. I'm not, there's no point. I would rather run 4 squatted with a purpose. That's a purpose. And honestly, you're also a purpose. I probably should have taken you first, actually. So now you're going to be a 12-13 with the kangaroo. So you're making the whole squad stronger as this happens. But we do have an 11-11 as well on their team. So, you know, I've seen I see you've played Knifey Spoony before. That hurts. That hurts. This kills the crab. We were so close. If they didn't get a cricket out of their stork, we would have been in a better position. But alas. That's how that went down. I would like to add a stork to the team. I want my own stork. Do we want a rat to get stronger? Maybe yes, maybe no. But we definitely want to prepare for levels in our future. I think this is, like, still pretty good. I know that sounds like insanity after the way that, like, the last few rounds have gone. But, like, this team is still good. We probably do want to have the frilled dragon closer to the front, though, just so that the kangaroo gets a greater chance to pop. And, honestly, if you take a cucumber, you might be able to stick around long term. Nobody has a hurt trigger here. Huge. Now, you have a feint trigger. Honestly, you're going to be better than a cricket for us. I know how this looks. Like, why would you put units that could have beneficial feints closer to the back? That would be really bad. I just think, like, our kangaroo actually getting the stat triggers as soon as possible is very meaningful. And if I'm wrong, then so be it. But I'd rather our kangaroo gets the chance to pop. Just because we beat this team, that doesn't mean we made the right decision. We might have just faced a team that was uniquely good for us. I was thinking about that when I was crossing the street today, okay? I had a don't walk signal, but there were no cars coming. But I also had a little bit of a blind spot because there was a van parked just on my right, so I couldn't really see if there were cars that were going to come. And I think a lot of people out there would look at that and say, it's safe to walk. I don't wait for the light to tell me when to walk. I'm my own man. I can decide whatever I want whenever it's safe. I chose to wait. First off, I have dependence. Changes your view a little bit. Secondly, I realized I don't wait for the light to tell me when to walk. I wait for the light to change so the light tells all the insane drivers that it's time to stop. The light doesn't say it's safe to walk because you still got to look both ways. The light indicates that all the drivers have been told, get your lead foot off the gasoline so you don't kill somebody. The moral of the story, I got sidetracked. The moral of the story is no cars came. I thought to myself, I could have walked safely. Then I thought, you can't think like that. Being an adult means trusting your own judgment on things. If you make an educated guess, it's not safe to cross, and then it turns out it would have been safe to cross, what did you lose? Nothing. You trusted your judgment. You made a good decision with the information available. Much rather have that than the consequence of the opposite side. I think it's safe to walk. Oops, I'm wrong. Now I'm dead. What am I doing here? Okay, I'm looking for feint triggers. You're a good feint trigger. We're going stork at the back. I know how insane this looks. And that's why I love it. This is a good time, I think, for a canned food, maybe for our future. Because it's a very weird team. Like, the frilled dragon can only take you so far. I think it's going to be reasonably far, but we got to prepare for the eventuality of it not being the best thing for us. I love it. I think I love it. Could I get... Dude, honestly, I would think I would feel okay canning and getting rid of a stork, even though I know a stork can also scale well. And now I've got an anteater at the back, which is just madness. Let's put our strongest deer at the back. God gives his toughest challenges to his strongest deer. I've been in the lab, man. I've been brewing up some weirdo stuff in Super Auto Pets lately, and I am living for it. I think it's okay. I think I'm gonna die. I think I'm gonna win and be seen as the mad genius of Super Auto Pets. Okay, you should level. We can always find another spawner. Always. It's not hard to find another spawner. Is the easiest thing in the world. Okay, we didn't get another spawner, but what we did get is at least a temporary... Oh, no, a permanent 2-3 buff on the unit that's most important to us. At some point, we may want to move the deer to the front. That point might be right now. Never mind, we won again. How is this team working so well? Flies in the... By all known laws of aviation, this team should not be able to fly, and yet here we are. Basically, we want to maximize our guaranteed number of triggers on the kangaroo. And pretty soon, that might be a deer. And if you do your order right, you can maybe even do like a deer... No, I was going to say a deer with honey, but that makes no sense. No, we'd rather have you have the most chance to attack, okay? Look, this is very strange. But this weekly has been a little strange. With such limited scaling, I really don't see us getting to 10. But I'm honestly happy with 6. I would be thrilled if we could get to, like, 8. I would consider that to be sort of an unbelievable turn of events for us. We lived. Because it's just so weird. It's just a very weird one. And yet, here I am. Loving it. Sure, I guess I'd rather work towards a level 3 deer. There's no spawner, but like a level 3 deer is just good. And I was just gonna say I have faith it'll spit out a unit I like. You know what? What about a reindeer that gets a guaranteed melon and has been buffed by 1 to 2 ants? Maybe? Maybe there's something to this. Maybe it's the best to ever do it. Maybe I don't make the rules. I have melon armor. You can't stop me. We didn't even need it. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. So the frilled dragon is getting... It's only getting 6/6. So it's a 14/22. I know what you're thinking. You can't sell it. You don't know what I'm thinking. I can't keep it. I can't. It's got to go. It no longer serves the purpose we need it for. Now, forget the kangaroo. I have a new strat, okay? We're going to get our reindeer as strong as possible. It's going to spit out an orca. Another reindeer is actually kind of insane. We're going to run deer at the front. You got to work with me here. We're going to run kangaroo behind our best reindeer. Because we want... Our reindeer is going to get at least 2 triggers for our kangaroo. The anteater could buff our kangaroo as well and make our kangaroo pop a little faster. I am in no man's land, but I'm kind of loving what we got brewed up here. Now, I'm not thrilled with this. That was a very astute use of your gorilla. I'm having a hard time imagining how we could possibly make it through this. And a melon does not protect you from 42 damage like that. We're on lethal. 3 is still lethal, unfortunately. Stakes are always important. Combine me, buy me, sell me. Don't buy the chocolate yet. Pray you get another reindeer. Another anteater is actually maybe okay. Freeze another steak for your next anteater as well. No reindeer? Okay. We would still prioritize getting a level 3 reindeer for sure over anything else. Okay, that hippo's gonna go off, dude. That hippo's gonna go off. This is the worst unit we could have faced right now. This is as bad as things have ever been. My reindeer is going to die in one hit. Okay, so you know what? We'll call that what it was. That was an ill-advised pivot. Still a very fun run. Maybe if we don't pivot from the dragon, I'm not gonna lie to you, maybe you get to 10. I don't think we're getting past 8, but that's the beauty of the unknown, you know? We may have made the right decision and it turned out badly, or we may have made the wrong decision and it turned out badly. Just because it turned out badly doesn't mean we made the wrong decision. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Click the like button. Helps out a great deal. We're brewing up some stuff, and I'll see you next time.